This is a letter that I wrote to my son during isolation as we struggled with remote learning. Sunday, the 26th of April 2020. Dear Kit, as everyone is over fond of saying, these are unprecedented times, and so we need unprecedented rules in order to survive. That's why we haven't left the house for 6 weeks and schools are shut, and my hair is turning a different, less desirable colour. Nothing about life at the moment is normal, apart from the fact that I love you more than it is possible to express in words. That never changes. But I'm writing to inform you that as part of the new measures in place to protect vulnerable people and the NHS, from this week, commencing the 27th of April, the word mummy has been reclassified and its use is now subject to extreme rationing. Last week, you used the M word approximately 30 times an hour during lessons and approximately 60 times an hour during your leisure periods. You also managed to squeeze it in the middle of the night on the occasions you woke me up on Tuesday and Wednesday at 3 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. respectively. This is unsustainable. Fortunately, the government has issued guidelines for the use of the word mummy for every child in the land according to age bracket, and I can share with you now the stringent code of practice for those aged 10 to 12 with a parent who is also trying to work during homeschooling. I have adapted these to reflect our specific circumstances and to make them easier to understand. They are as follows. Do not say mummy during the hours of 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. if 1. A. You've read the instructions from Mr. Turner once. B. You've read the instructions from Mr. Turner twice. C. You've completed steps A and B, but at speed. 2. Your inquiry is a basic one which you probably know the answer to, or at least could take a punt at, like when you asked me what your first and second names were. 3. To ask the time, there is a clock on your desk. 4. To complain about any aspect of the technology facilities, including pixelating, misuse of the chat function by your classmates. This is not an area I have any influence over. Ignore them. Background noise in other people's houses. See above. Glitchiness. Quality of the printouts I have provided. 5. To give your opinion on the production values of any curriculum content, including, but not limited to, graphics, narrators' American accents, music, and casting. 6. To express thoughts that could wait till break time. For example, hunger, Lego, the future. Acceptable reasons for saying mummy during the hours of 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. 1. If you've read the instructions from Mr. Turner in accordance with steps A, B and C and still have no notion of how to proceed. 2. If you cannot hear a teacher on Zoom, remember, you may not always have perfect sound and vision, but sound is the important one. 3. If you do not have the correct printout, but only if you've checked thoroughly. 4. If an accident of catastrophic proportions has befallen you. Banned times for saying mummy at all, 8 p.m. till 7 a.m. daily, except on Thursdays when the nation's children all have a slightly later bedtime due to clapping. For clarity, if you wake in the night and are scared, you can always come to me. If, however, you wake and are curious as to what I'm doing or fancy a chat, do not leave your bedroom. I am asleep. Any conversation on any theme can wait till 7 a.m. In the early hours of the morning, it is often harder to distinguish between urgent matters and non-urgent matters, so always assume your 3 a.m. thoughts are not your best ones. Once you have been put to bed, I vehemently do not want to see your lovely face until the morning. Times when liberal mummying is permitted: 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. weekdays, 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. weekdays, weekends unless I am having a nap, otherwise go wild. I love talking to you. I am your mother, so I am wired to want to help you. But that is not the same as always being available. Because always being available isn't the most helpful thing. In fact, it means you can start to forget how to use your own brain or initiative and instead become reliant on me for the stuff that you are perfectly capable of doing yourself. You are thoughtful and imaginative and good at problem solving. Let's not swap those traits for shouting "mummy" downstairs repeatedly. Long term, that's not much use to you. And there will be a long term, even if it feels as if everything is suspended right now. And I promise you, we will make the most of it when the time comes. Love from your mummy.